Divine Sunshine coming to you with your Divine Masculine Energy update with channel messages. So, I am so happy today. I am premiering on 4/3 of 2020 my Divine Masculine Cards Tarot Cards deck. They're called No You Are God's Divine Masculine Suite. I came up with these because I seen there was no cards that I know of that talk about the characteristics of the divine masculine self from the alpha male standpoint, and then also talk about it from the Greek gods. I've told you on this show how I had as a child and Roman gods because they're kind of pretty much synonymous. My love that I had for a child when there's anything that has to do with Greek mythology, really Excalibur, that's another thing, that's like medieval stuff. Any of those things at those time periods I loved. Another thing is that these cards to me are a love letter to my dad, who is also a divine masculine too. And his thing about on his passing, and when I talk to him, he always tell me it's okay to share his stories, his strife, his things, his challenges where he missed the mark when he was here in human form. And he always called it, he was, before he said it was his charity work, how he could be able to, what he had done to be able to help you as a light worker. I see green there. From his aspect of helping and coming back. That's why I came up with the Sankofa Fast Forward, which is another way of having your past loved ones help you, because I told you they act as our guides as well too. And so again, also a love letter and honor and homage to my divine masculine energies, 3D and 5D, because again, with him awakening me, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. But I've always said that no matter how he had taught me, he was a hard teacher. I didn't like it during the process, but I know sometimes I need those hard towers and those aha towers to help me to understand and to grow. And so I thank him, because I would have never known from the lessons that he had, even the heartache and pain, that I would be ever to this day coming on here and helping on and shining light, being a light, working on myself and shining it on you and helping you as well. And into the divine masculines that have always come and came through either the readings, through personal readings, or either I'm doing these channel messages here, that they've always taken me into the fold and welcomed me and taken me on different journeys using my third eye and other dimensions, to the cigar lounge, to the gym, to a classroom or an actual room. And, I thank them that they have entrusted me to be able to tap into their energies collectively, which lets me know somewhere within me that I am in touch with my divine masculine energies that's housed with me as well. So as the divine masculine that I have even in the physical or even in the 50 with that. And so these cards, so I chose the color brown because these are my dad's favorite color. He always wore a green jacket. He got two jackets that was green. So I like the color scheme. I thought that it was a nice combination of two of his colors that I always remember him having on. And then also it looked very Greek in this one. Once I get things and I kind of play around with this again, I've seen a couple of things that I put in here that I want to kind of tweak a little bit, but some of them I might just kind of leave it alone, because again, that's what makes it kind of a little unique with the cards here. But what I test drove to yesterday, a little bit in experimenting with them, they were like the bee's knees. I mean, everything that I do, it's been guided through spirit. It was the one that had told me, and I'll be working on another deck as well that I've been guided on to do too, that's going to help also with the divine masculine. So like I said on this channel, if I say I'm a divine masculine advocate, that means I'm speaking on their behalf. I understand and I believe in even the divine masculine energy that's within me as well. And this is one way of being able to channel these. So it's like a lot. It's almost over 80 cards in all. And it's two decks Two suites. They say they wanted me. The Divine Masculine talk about, I want you to call it the Divine Masculine Suite. And I was like, okay, why call it the Divine Masculine Suite? Because it was like, because we want people to understand that sweet is also associated with the masculine. I was like, okie dokie, how corny is that? But that's what they was like, it's got to have sweet on it. I was like, okie dokie, I'll put that on there. So that's what we have there. So we're going to look at right now, what is... I seen also on what's called Twin Flame All Stars. He was talking about the past energies. So now let's look and see what is the past energies. These are brand new. What are the past energies of? And it's sticky too. Yeah, there we go. What are the past energies of the Divine Masculine? We got zeal, rivalry, and jealousy. Okay, in the past, what I pick up from that, from the Divine Masculine, is, and this is the god Zealous, the Greek god Zealous. What I pick up from him, this card, when I look at this, is that once upon a time, he was over, you know, zeal is an energy that can burn and eat you up. You can be overzealous about some things. And it's, to me, a zealousness where you are very throwing caution at the wind, and you're very risky and risk-taking. And it's just not like really looking. It's just like I just jump and I don't see if it's a safe place to land. That's what I pick up. Rivalry. I've heard even on other channels with Daniellleboomlle from LLE Ascensions. I watch him as well. He talked about sometimes the Divine Masculine is jealous of the Divine Feminine. And I was like, what? Because it's the things that, it's things within him he wished that he was able to, and that's in the past. So a lot of times the Divine Masculine had an issue with accepting you. With, you know, maybe you're so positive, things look like it came together for you abundantly, and he didn't understand that. So that kind of brought on a little bit of jealousy with that. And that's caused that kind of distance that he's had with that. Let me see if they will tell me, according to these are the character cards that kind of go a little bit more in depth about that. I've seen some. There we go. I like a one card. Because this clarifies that with, because he wanted to be independent. He wanted to be his own person. He wanted to be the player from the Himalaya. That's what it means when I see he wanted to be independent. Like, I don't want to be attached to nobody. I want to be single. We are living single in the 90s kind of world. I got my girl. Keep your head up. What? Like glue. Okay. All right. Let me set this timer because I got someplace other to be after this. We're going to hit that 20, not 21. Start. Okay. I said 20, and then what happened? Put me back on my line. What is that? Nope. Timer. Okay. Okay, I have to work around that. Get off of here, please. Thank you. Okay, all right then. So far, so good. All right then. So now let's look into what's happening in the present with the Divine Masculine. What's happening with the present? Just one card. They're kind of magnetic. So right now, currently, he's working on the god, using the goddess Kratos, which is strength and power. Okay. Clear. It's kind of small. What's bringing on that? Can you define that for me? That's a small deck. I might have to do like a, and then pull. Let's do this one. Because it's a small deck. If I had like a lot of them, you could probably do that. bottom. He's got focus on intent. Okay, so he's got, I had to do it like that. I think now I really know grandmother's in the house there. She like to and stack, 3 stacks. Okay, so Kreto's strength and power, because he's focusing on intent, which means to me, which is he has a really intent as to where he wants to go. Can you tell me what's the heart of the matter? Let me see with this one. What do you mean by that? Clear. Define that with. What's your energy with this? Okay, so to me, it seems like he's getting focused on intent, because to me, when I see this card, this 3 of Wands, this is telling me that he wants to pull you. He wants to attract you back into him that way. I see he wants to have like a coming of meetings of the mind, because I see weapons in the back. So it's like really, let's kind of like break bread together. It's like a peace in the Middle East like summit. It's like, okay, you put your weapon over here, which she got her gun, and he has his arrow, and let's just kind of really come together. Because some of the divine masculine feels as if you know, both of you all is going to come when he wants to have this discussion. I'm seeing he wants to have this discussion with you all, and you all are both going to have y'all guards up, you know, because it's some things like he's saying you have the ability to hurt him, and he has the ability to hurt you too. You know, he's got the bow and arrow, which means to me he could do something, because to him, shoot you shoot you with the arrow in your heart. But to me, it's like, I don't know why I'm looking at this gun. It's like, and I could do something that could mess with your mind and make you think. So when you're having that kind of confrontation, it's like both of us know what's our buttons to push. Very good. And in having those buttons to push, it's like, you know, I could say things that could hurt you in your heart space, and I can make something that when you walk away from this, it will make you mentally think, and get you back into that negative head space. He also is focusing on the intent, because I see these red cords. Now, I've seen this from somebody else's reading, and I said I did not know. Said the red cords, or when you see red things that are tying up 2 couples together, that is the twin flame. Those what you call that imaginary or that energetic things that keeps people keep the twins together. So I had that too. One of these, they really want to come together so you all can be a family, or that you could really be, some of you all, they want to have a baby with you. Because I thought about that song. I seen Bill Porter on song, and that song they used to talk about, come on, let's have a baby. So some of you all, they really want to have an actual baby with. They really do. Let me bring this over here. This is almost up. Okay. Some of you all, they really want to actually have a baby with. They want to create this family when you all get together. However, the intent is that he's vulnerable, but he also wants you to be able to, when I see this, I always think about these boots are made for walking. He thinks that you all will be like 1 minute you're there present with them, and 1 minute that you're not. Because you got these boots, like, you know, you'll be able to want to walk away at any moment. He's like, well, wait a second, I'm vulnerable. I ain't got no clothes on. I ain't got nothing on. And that's one set of them. I've got a fork and roll. Another of them is just like, ooh, he's trying to call. Another one of them, they wanted you to get your clothes off of you too. I'm reading that. Let me see about this one. They're saying, I keep on hearing them say, read that. It's going to be another golden nugget in this. This is Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Honesty and devotion between partners are born of daily pleasure. You must seduce your partner every day as if it were always the first time. So he wants to focus on his attention is to seduce you, but not like in a bad way. It's like, I really want to, after I have this family with you. So it's like, okay, I want you to come. The focus of my intent. This is almost like he's showing his plan. I want you to come, and so I want to attract you to come to me, okay? And then once you do that, I want to have this meeting of the minds. Once I had this meeting of the minds and we talk about it and we both put everything on the table, we put our weapons up, say, yeah, you didn't hurt me in the past. I didn't hurt you in the past. I hurt you in the heart. You hurt me in my mind and left me with a lot of things to think about. Then I want to create this family, okay? Because we're bonded together and I want to have this coming together. And then after you have this, his focus, his intent is for you all to actually, but from the day on, he wants to woo you. He wants to be able to, show you that, that he's honest, his intentions are pure. At this point, and that he's devoted to you, and he wants to do this every day. So this is what he's focusing in on, and he's trying to find strength and power on. What is the matter? The focus. 11 minutes. Clear. It's almost 30, really. What is the heart of the matter with this? With the divine masculines collectively? There we go. Worth waiting for. They keep on continuing saying that they are waiting for divine timing. This is my divine timing card. Why are you waiting on divine timing? Clear. I've heard somebody said that also. I think maybe that was GP 1111 saying some of them are stopping, spirit is stopping them from doing communications with you because they're going through some messy stuff, some towers. Been saying that also on this channel, that again, that they're going through something and spirit wants you to cut that connection off so that you won't be energetically pulled into that messy stuff. The reason why they're saying they want them to wait is because it's a never-ending story, which means he does not want to get you involved with that, and before you know it, it's back to that never-ending story again of that same energy that he's putting out there because of him not being ready. You don't want, that's why I say it's really best that just like cake, it might look like the divine masculine is ready, but just like when you take it out that oven, like I was making brownies the other day, and the inside of it, I said, oh, well, it looked like it's ready, and I put the knife in there, it was still kind of a little smudgy a little bit. You want to make sure that you take it out at the right time, because I think listening to Mom, I left it in there just a little bit too long. She's like, you got to turn it up. And then I was like, they too crunchy on the outside. That's not, I think the way it was really actually ready. But anyway, so my thing is that, you got to make sure it's the right time. It'd be too early. It's not done in the center, which means, again, the inside of him is not really fully on board. And then if you leave him in there too long, then it'll be like in the karmic or the third party situations. Then they'll be too hard, and it'll be you got to go through a lot of layers to be able to get to that sweet spot that he's got to kind of stave off and get off that hard outside covering. He'll probably go back to having his guard up. So he wants to wait for just the right timing, and it seems like the angels and guys, the source and powers that be, are really working with him on that. He's saying he got to work for it because also the divine feminine has some work. She's got some work she's got to do in her heart space and in her solar plex, and he's got to find do some work in his heart space and also in his communicating where he is. So that's why sometimes it says give it a rest right now, because some of them say it's just giving a rest because of him trying to make these things happen, like what's happening in the 5D to come down to 3D. And so right now it's just give it a rest, because he's seeing the illusions for what they are, but he's got to be able to rely on his intuition and his awareness. And so he's being guided by source to kind of chill, hit the pause button, and not do anything at this time. Okay, so that's the heart of the matter. What is it that they are hiding at this time? Clear. Sacrifice. They feel like in some ways that they're being the sacrificial lamb for the divine feminine. And they also feel, they gave me a fork in the road, that there is sacrificing even what they had wanted. So there's like, you know, because of what I've done has got me into this position. And so I feel like also that I have to just sacrifice myself because I wasn't good. I did a lot of things to hurt other people, whether it's the karmic or the divine feminine. And so this is what they feel like as well, as they got this armor. They got so much armor on here. It's a burden for them. It's not even allowing love to come in as well. And I told you in the medieval times, like knights, they had this stuff on. When they got knocked down, they got knocked down. It was man down. You know, the only way they could get up is if another knight would come along and get them. So now it's like whatever is happening with them and their sacrifices is such a burden that, you know, they're leaving themselves to be extremely vulnerable for anything to come down. And then they're going to need assistance by them over-sacrificing themselves. And that's where, if they get knocked down in these tower moments coming along, that's where their guidance team, angelic guidance team, or source, or God, or whomever, or powers that be will come in and step in to say, okay, now we tried it your way. It done knocked you on your ass. So now, how about we give you a helping hand to start back over again, and you start doing it with a clean slate, okay? The next thing is, what is the life changes that they're going to be clear? They're going to start experiencing now, because they got this strength. So what's the life changes that they're going to be experiencing now? Leaving. Woohoo! We're like, yes, the party. Celebrate good times. Come on. Do. Let's celebrate. Ooh. Celebrate good times. Come on. Clear. They got to leave. They got to leave the situation. Okay? What's the move they got to go into as far as in their divinity is that they got to be a God of vulnerability. Which, again, that sacrifice card that we had. Did I put that sacrifice card up? Oh, my Lord. What did I do with that? I did? Oh, I put it back. Sure did. That sacrifice card here. You see, this is a difference in the military operation. It's all right, but now you got to be vulnerable. You got to take all this stuff. I told you that sacrifice there is the burden, and it's leaving you to be vulnerable in the wrong way, because even there were knights playing on the field, if they would fall down and they other knights from their same land had left them out there, that would leave them vulnerable for the enemy. So that's why you got to kind of get to the point here now, understanding that you got to be vulnerable, not only just because of allowing spirit. To me, it's like, it's at the point of vulnerability that I'm picking up for them is surrendering. Getting to the point that you're just surrendering to source, surrendering to the problem. Is almost like that fool's energy that I'm seeing here, where it's just she falls back and she just say, okay, just take me wherever I land. I'm just gonna trust wherever it is, and that's wherever I land at. And so that trust fall. And so this is what it is. Vulnerability is going to lead them to trust, to trusting. You know, your Achilles heel, you know, is out there. Maybe the Achilles heel is the money, or whatever, the house, or whatever kind of things that got them in a situation, which to me to be there right now for the divine masculine, they bring it to me. The Achilles heel is the ego and that materialism way of looking at the world has caused that to be his Achilles heel, which has brought him down, because he's divine, but that ego has brought him down as well in the process. So I'm seeing almost like the lion, and he's not really finding courage. You know, the lion represents two things. It can represent your courage, and it can represent your ego. And so especially when he say he wants to move into the strength area, that's something that he's got to pay attention to. Clear. The next thing he needs to surrender is very good. He's got to first surrender his your fear of change, the divine masculine. This is the energy that the universe wants him to understand. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or relationship, or if you fear aging or death. Repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. So you divine feminine, if you're cross-watcher or even divine masculine is watching this, excuse me, woo, I belch. I mean, you got to release. You got to release that. You just say that for them. Every time you think of the situation, say, I have faith that all is well. That's it. Don't ponder. Don't do no other visualization. Whenever that comes up and you think about divine master in the conversation, say, I have faith, all is well. That's it. I'm putting it in the source's hand, the union team's hand, whoever. Just on that one. And they say surrender to creativity. Your imagination soar. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. Okay? So this is what they want them to do. They got to think creatively. They got to think out of the box. Okay? About that. Because, you know, especially with this being Aries, energies that we in, and you had that new moon in there, this is about action. So really I would say just tap right on into that energy, and that energy is going to help to be able to push you where you need to actually go. Where's the other card? I find it. Okay, clear. Okay, and where does, as source said, they want him to go next, the powers that be, the energy is moving him towards is the Hanged Man and the High Priestess. So the High Priestess card right here is definitely for the divine feminine. So in his emotions, they want him to go to the highest level when it comes to his emotions. Okay, Hanged Man is just to me when I'm saying, you know what, getting to the point that you admit, hey, I was the one that got myself here. I understand what the purpose and the objective of through the experience why I'm here as well. So when I see the Hangman card, that always tells me it's accepting where you are. It is what it is, but this is not where I want to stay. Okay, that is the energy that it is, because I see her hanging backwards, like be flexible about this whole situation, knowing, hey, I'm the one who put myself in this sling thing and put myself in this kind of position that I'm in. But at the same time, by me being in this position, I'm stirring up the energies to say, you know what, this is something temporary. This too shall pass. This is not something else, because I already see in my forecast and what's the sun or the bright light at the end of the tunnel of this, which is moving him into this High Priestess energy, which is the downloads, understanding that the things that your intuition and awareness is what's going to be able to push you to create that new creativity. Thank you. Stop. That new creativity that they're saying about you getting out of the space that you're in, this strength and power that you actually want to move into as well. Okay. And then what is the message that the divine masculine wants to say to the divine feminine? Clear. Treasure your loved ones. It's important to love others deeply. This always reminds me of him saying, just love the one you're with. Love where you are presently. Okay? This love where you are, and then that in the meantime, I'll be working on myself, because like again, he's saying right now, the divine master say he's got to hold up, wait a minute, let's put some divine in it. Okay? Just wait until the divine give me the sign to say that it's not a no. It's just a delay, okay? And then he say, get to know each other. Learning to meet another's needs for love is important for a relationship. Once you know yourself, your divine feminine within, your divine masculine within, work on that, creating that balance within, then you'll be able to understand him. You know, I think about Twin Flames All-Stars. He's talking about, in order for you to really have that union, he's like, it's really simple. It's just get yourself together on the soul level. He's like, it ain't all that extra stuff. We have a little kind of debate on that. But I do believe, like he said, I do believe that it's very simple as to how you can get into union. It should not be all this extra. I think about Jesus, which is the the famous way shower or light worker of all times. And he was like, you know, simple thing is love thy neighbor as thyself. He always came up with very simple sayings and proverbs for us to follow by. And I think that is just really what it is the solution of it is. It's just that simple. We're complicating it. I do believe that the more than what it is. Okay. I was kind of getting that guidance. Somebody was like, they were saying some of the divine masculines like, and what's the energy that we're moving towards? Clear. What's the, and overall what? Oh yeah, okay. I tell you wanted that one. Protective, the God Brizo, protective of one's emotions. Like I said, I see some things that could have been more. That I'll be quiet. I ain't gonna put no negativity. And what is the clarifier for that? I'm gonna have to do the bottom of the deck. It's kind of hard when it's the small ones like this here. He's got to take action. Bottom of the deck. He's got to take action. So this is clarified by him, protective of one's emotion, and he's going to take some form of action to do it. Okay? All right, that is end of this energy, divine masculine energy reading featuring my new cards. I will let you know when I have them and how much they will be on sale. I'm going to play around, but I think they're kind of ready for release. So again, although they got a couple of little tweaks on there, but you know, like I said, but again, so I might go ahead and release it. If you would like to interested in these Know You Are God's Divine Masculine Suite, give me some time this weekend. I'll have it up by Sunday, no later than Sunday. And they are going to go to divineunisoul's11.co to get these cards. These is self-explanatory. Anybody can do these to me. You ain't got to be able to read the thing. The words are there and you trust your spirit. It should lead you and guide you what's happening with your divine masculine. All right, until next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, namago. Love you.